Welcome to my channel. My name is Luciano. Today I wanted to talk with you about a question that a subscriber made in one of my videos. He asked me about how long will a sword last. He asked if the sword have programmed obsolescence. It's a term used in industry to a component that is projected to last for example 40,000 hours of use. So in this way you can design a gear, for example, that will work for that amount of time using the last amount of energy. So theoretically you can make a gear that will last a lot of time, much more than this amount of time, but you have a bigger gear, so you will spend more material to make this gear, and the inertia that you will be generate by adding more material to this gear will make you spend a lot of energy to move the same apparatus. So you can make your gear, for example, as minimum as possible to last for the amount of time that you need this gear, and you will not spend so much energy to transfer the mechanical force. Okay, so in the case of the sword don't have any kind of programmed obsolescence, but with time the parts will get fatigued. So for example, here I have a little amount of play in the guard of my sword, but this is because the sword, some parts of the sword are made of very soft metals compared with the steel of the blade. So usually here we have brass and also copper on the cepa, and those metals are somewhat soft metals, so with time they will show more play than the steel. Okay, and they are made of softer metals because they are more easily to be forged in the geometry, the complicated geometry of the tsuba and the guard of the sword, for example. So and you will use the harder material where you need the harder material, in this case in the blade. Okay, but if you start to use the sword to cutting things in your training, or in the past when the swords were used in battle, the sword will get dull and you will need to sharpen the sword, and this will remove material, and with time you will have less blade in your sword until it's gone. Okay, but other parts of the sword will last a lot less than the blade. Okay, but if you keep the blade oiled and you keep the sword without using the blade, the sword may last for millenniums. Okay, but you can have fatigue. Okay, what is fatigue? For example, here I have a crossbow bolt that is already broken, and you can cycle this piece of metal, for example. So if I start to bend at this level, for example, and bend the other way, and again, I am cycling the material, okay, until it breaks. Here I made, I believe, four cycles, okay, and you can see that the bolt is have a very fine wall, okay, and it's made of aluminum, and it's very fragile, okay. In the case of the sword, it's made of steel and is very thicker than the crossbow bolt. So you have to use a lot more of force to bend the sword until the level that you start to damage the sword. But you may have fatigue for a very long amount of time cycling the material with little energy. So, for example, if I start to hit the sword, it's very light impact in the blade. But if I keep hitting the blade in this way with enough cycling of the material, one day it will break by fatigue. Okay, every material have this characteristic. Okay, but a sword may endure a lot more of cycling than the crossbow bolt, for example. And here I have an example. Here I have two machetes. None of them are brand new machete, and they are basically the same machete. It's a Tramontina machete, I believe 16-inch blade, okay, and this one is very older than this one, and you can see here the amount of material that was taken from this older blade due to sharpening the blade. And it still works, it still cuts very well. All I need to do is take a file and put an edge to the blade, and it will work because it's used to cut the right material. In the case soft vegetables and vegetation to clean the backyard, for example. So if you take a blade and keep cutting only soft materials and don't start to do abusive things like hitting rocks or hitting metal parts, it will last for a lot of time. So you will scrap this blade by sharpening the blade to get the edge cutting properly again, than by fatigue of repeating the cycle of cutting things with the blade. Okay, so that is it. On blade, when well used and well kept, may last for a lot of time. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video with your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel, and I see you later.